turn it up, then that would... Cool. Okay, so I gotta move 2 more files and then I should be good. I cannot, unfortunately, not use the base Half-Life 2 game for this because we need to record demos in a very specific way for this. Okay, so to give a general idea of what we're doing, last year there was a segmented run finished for Half-Life 2, so that a segmented run of a game is basically you record one small piece of a game, like you try one piece over and over and over until you get it really good, and then you combine all the pieces together, and then you get a really good run. It's very close to what a TAS would be on classic consoles, but on 3D games, it's like you can TAS in source games, but I would not recommend it to anyone because it's really hard to get the camera movement smooth, and it's also actually harder to get some of the tricks down. So it's more straightforward to just... Is the developer console not on? It's not. There we go.
Okay, so you're not going to switch from the game feed now?
No, this is going to be it.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to move one more file, but is that a problem or?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to wait.
What was it? Plugin. Here we go. Plugin load SPT. That looks good. Okay, so I am in order to then run to make a segmented run for a source game, in this case Half-Life 2, we're gonna we modified the way the way demos are recorded and the way mostly that. And let me see if this so the segmented run that was made last year was 1 hour 27, and at the time that was really good. But since then, a couple new skips have been found, so we decided it would be a cool idea to make a time-scaled run. So not only are we then segmenting the run a lot, but we're also gonna slow each segment down to a pace where we can do really complicated tricks really well. And we're also, of course, going to run scripts, so we don't have to spam jump, for example, to actually achieve good timed ABHs. Did I put the save file in the wrong folder? So that's been started for a while, and since we arrived at a pretty cool segment, well, not recently, we've been kind of stuck on it for a while. That should be the right folder. I'm trying to load a save file right now where we've ended up basically. Load. Bruno, no, it's not. Oh. So the segment we're currently on is known as guard clip, and we have to generate a lot of speed in a pretty small space to not only beat a guard to a certain spot, but use the guard to actually, we're going to clip through him while maintaining our speed, which is really hard. And in the segment run that was made last year, who you've probably seen around on the marathon already, has did that for that run, but now we're trying to do it even better. But it turns out it's actually really hard. So we're kind of stuck on it. So this would be a good moment to actually see if we can get it. It would be pretty hype if we did, but I'm not really expecting anything. And I'm trying to see where I need to move this save file, because it's in the main folder, which should be correct. I'm pretty sure. Let me just make a quick save file somewhere. Fair enough. Let me just go like map D1 go. Oh right, that's D2. Here we go. This should load up the game. Yeah, node graph out of date, etc. I need to set one more setting. What was it? PT. No, what was it? Pause. No. What was the input for that? I need to set a flag. And the flag for that is because it's really important that at the start of each segment we pause the game so we can actually make sure we're not immediately thrown off with our movement. Oh right, it's a Y. So I'm gonna confirm that the pausing works. SPT pause is 1, which should be correct. So we're gonna make a save here and wait, what did the save file, invalid file name test. Okay. Okay, so now we got the game paused as it should be. So now if we were segmenting here, we could do it, we could start on a pause, which is good. So now I'm gonna bind a couple keys. So we get, and we're gonna put that on P, which is gonna be our eventual, if we get the segment, the key I'm gonna hit, which is save, mice, which is gonna be pretty hype. So what I'm gonna bind P to a key that makes a save, so we can do the next segment after it. And also I need to stop recording demos because we've made the demo for that part. And basically what we're gonna do at the end is like add all the demos after each other and render that. So I gotta stop. Let's stop the demo recording, and we're gonna toggle console, which is pretty much a pause. So we're gonna see if it seems to be okay with that. Sorry? I think 1080p. Let me check. 960. Oh, 4x3. What the hell? Yeah, sure. 16 by 9, 720. That looks weird, but that's better. It looks a bit weird to me because I'm used to 1080, but that's fine. So had to adjust the resolution in between. Next up, we're gonna bind. Where's the load? There we go. Sensitivity 0. What this is gonna do is this bind is gonna load our load the segment the point we're starting on with our segment. This is gonna be, now I gotta copy the file name because I'm 90% sure we're not actually gonna move on. Ah, here we go. Gotta be in this folder. Copy that. Please have a good pasting system. Paste. This is the name of the current segment we're on. It's just a really long naming convention. Save to load. That's just that. The sensitivity at the start means our movement is frozen essentially at the start of the segment when it's paused, which makes sure that we don't turn the camera in between segments, so it's not gonna be like, and then the next segment gonna start like this, because that would look really bad. And then bind O, which should be the last bind. No, I need an unpause, but that's whatever. O is gonna be our start recording demos, which is just record. Yeah, that's just that. And then last bind, which actually unpauses the game and lets me start making the segment, which I'll bind to, which is convenient. Let's see, num5. No, let's just do M. Doesn't really matter, I just need to be able to reach it. And that's gonna be sensitivity 1 and unpause. That should be all the binds. And now we should be able to test that. So now I'm gonna,
Hello, Dr. Freeman.
yes,
Car's all
thank
ready for
you. We're gonna make a save here. And we're gonna just load that real quick to confirm. So now the game pauses and we're just gonna confirm that it unpauses. That's good. The sensitivity is a bit off. Actually, I need to be able to work with this. 1, that's terrible. Let's put it at like 3.
Hop in and I'll
Yeah,
let
I
you
can
know
work with
the
that. Oh, one really important thing. We need to make sure captioning is disabled. Because for some reason, if you turn this on, watching a demo makes the game crash when you play it back. Weird bug. I'm not sure what's up with that, and we don't want actual captions in the rendering anyway, so we're just gonna leave it like this. This is good. So now what I'm gonna do is, I hope this works. So what I did is I quickly hit the load button, perfect, and the record button. So now we're recording, and we're also, we reloaded the segment, paused, and started recording. And now we can record the segment. So if I press M, it unpauses, and I would be able to start doing things. This is the guard we want to get past. I'm not sure why he didn't trigger. For some reason AI is disabled. That should never be the case. That's a bit random. Anyway, there's a trigger around here, which... What's with the sensitivity? It's back at 1. That's weird. Oh, I know. It's in the binds. Let me see, it's this one. I thought this was 100%. We'll put that at 3. That seems about right. So now the most important thing is I need to actually set the time scale, because doing this segment in real time is hard, really hard. So we're gonna say host time scale 0.2. So this is gonna put the game at 1/5 speed, and I hope I can kind of show you what we're aiming for now. So so as you can see, the game moves very slowly now. Like, I'm turning too fast here. If we would play this back at, this is actually really good. Okay, so the only thing I did wrong there was I looked forward at the end. But the idea is to get a jump pattern like that, jump off this trash can, and then get past the guard. And I'm not sure why it still says AI disable. Like, this should undisable it. Like, it's a toggle command, so it should be, should actually not disable the AI. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but I'll think about that in a second. So we want to generate a lot of speed, and we're actually cramming in a surprising amount of jumps in this really short segment, in this short area. I'm trying to move around at normal speed on normal movement speed at 1/5 time, which is really slow. But we start off by jumping over there, then turn around. Oh, hey, that's Gognek. Shoutouts to Gognek for being like, that's showing on stream, right, or not? Yeah, that's really cool. I should actually disable that now because.
You should.
Yeah, I know, my bad. But it's cool it's Gognek and not someone else, because that's the current world record holder for RTA Half-Life 2. He's really good runner, so shoutouts to him. Anyway, so the segment starts around here. Like, we actually knock our head against the wall at the previous segment, but I'm not allowed to say anything about what has happened so far, even though it's really cool to watch. But I can't tell anything. So we start off by jumping off there. We turn around. We do another jump here while doing an while strafing around. Then we do another jump somewhere. Yeah, so we jump here for the second jump on the bench. Those are all crouch jumps. So those are your regular ABH jumps. Then we actually uncrouch. So we get a standing ABH jump in here. And then depending on how fast you're going, you can do one other standing ABH jump around here. And then the last jump is always off this thing. And then, well, the guard is at that point is standing about here. And then we want to clip through it and still maintain our speed. So that's the basic idea. Let me see if I can actually, because I think I have Dropbox still open, show you how it looks if you're doing it sort of okay. This should be it. Download this. Move it to, I think, this folder. Pretty sure it's this folder. So this is a sec. I gotta figure out that AI thing. AI disable. It's not undisabling. SVCheats is one. That shouldn't matter. We need SVCheats 1 to actually do the time scaling. But that's the only command we're actually using with it. I'll actually. Where is it? Hot hints, item flying. No. What was it? There was a rear view mirror option, but I probably don't need it right now. Where is it? AI enable? No, that's not. AI toggle. Can I quit out of the game without problems?
I can go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yes?
It's safe now.
Yeah, just quickly restarting the game. There's no reason the AI should be disabled there. So just skip this. Maybe there's an auto execute command on. Not sure. Let me check real quick. There's no reason it should be, but yeah, that's fine. Did I crash the game? Maybe I did. Anyway, just want to show off how it's looking so far. Please don't have crashed. Let me just reboot it again. There we go. Skip this. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah. Cool. Open console. Now I need to enter a couple commands again because one, we're gonna host timescale again, obviously. And I'm just gonna load a random random save and then hit the correct buttons. It's not actually pausing because I didn't. There we go. Now we can pause again. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just try to show it off the ID one more time before I'm actually gonna start grinding it. Jump. I want to keep. Oh right, I forgot to. This is the jump script, which instead of making us have to mash space or the scroll wheel allows you to just hold space and then jump always. It's really nice. Oh right, the AI seems to. No, it's not. Not sure what's up with that. AI. They should just fix it. But it doesn't. Can't really do the second without AI. let me just show the demo. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm on some weird AZRT keywords. Where's the play demo? 021. So again, I'm playing this back at 1/5 speed. I'll show it in a moment at full speed, so you can kind of get an idea of like how fast we're actually going. So this looks a bit, and then you clip through the guard, and then the game, yeah. Then the game. Sorry for that, by the way. I forgot. That particular demo was recorded with captions on, so that's what happens then. So I guess I'll refrain from actually playing it back on full speed, but it's 5 times as fast as what you just saw, to give you an idea of what we're dealing with. That's the plugin. Gonna need SV cheats again. We need blah pogo. The language settings right now are just kind of confusing, so I'm just hitting the wrong special characters. Again, we need host timescale. 0.2, and then we should be able to, I'll just load something random. There we go. Ooh, that was a bit of lag. So off the bench, uncrouch, gives us another jump. Shouldn't be turning. Another jump, and then we need a crouch jump off this can. I kind of turned it wrong, but I need to adjust one setting, which is blah. No, it's Y. No, that's not a Y. What was it? Go. Oh, here we go. GA hot mirror 1. There we got our fancy rear view mirror. It doesn't actually do anything, but lets us look behind us, which is really convenient because we're actually going backwards most of the times in Half-Life 2 because AB aging. And then GH. Now I need to. I'm gonna set the speed meter you see at the bottom. Yeah, here we go, speed H level. Maybe it's a 1. Yeah, here we go. So now it's only counting horizontal speed because the vertical speed is actually throwing off my estimate of how fast I'm going. And the AI is still disabled, unfortunately. And then we... 300 is good on that jump, and then we need to uncrash. 400 here is pretty bad, and now I'm gonna kind of look at the rear view mirror and hope I can curve it. Let me give one last shot at actually fixing this AI. Let me actually put that on English. AI. What's actually disabling it? Because like this map, which is just a random save I just made, I think has it enabled. Yeah, like we see AI acting here, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I've never had this particular issue with it before, so I'm kind of unsure what's up. Let me see, I just loaded the map. There we go. Node graph. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, so I need to. So node graph is a thing that's basically. It was Y. So I'm gonna turn off the pause thing right now, and then do it again, and that should hopefully make us generate a node graph. It didn't. Oh right, sensitivity. Node graph, node graph, node graph. Did I miss a? Oh, sorry about that. So what node graph is an additional file or an adjustment to a map file which basically lays out the paths for all the AI. And I think because I'm pausing right at the start and I haven't actually gotten the, here we go, node graphs. Yeah, so I need, well, you probably can't see it, but whatever. So I need to generate this file for the correct map, for the map we're on right now. So let me just map D1 train station 02. This is the map we're currently on, by the way, so there we go. Node graph out of date, rebuilding. Also, if you, like, fun fact about the game, if you just load this map straight up, both doors here are gone. Like this door here and the door there. It's weird. So that should fix all of that. I'm still on time scale. I think we can actually start properly now, finally. Oh, right, I disabled the pausing. Pause, that was... So you're gonna see me mess around with the console commands a lot here. Okay, here we go. First proper attempt at getting a really hard segment for Half-Life 2 new segment run. It doesn't really have a name yet. So we're gonna unpause, run forward, turn around. I need to do that a lot slower. Okay, so this is good. This is good. And now I need to, I didn't quite make it. I needed to be a bit more to the right to land on it. Like here you pretty much clip through it automatically, but we need to maintain the speed we've already had, which as you saw in the end was like 500. We're aiming to get 1,000 speed going out here, but that's a pretty ambitious goal. We've got I think the version I managed to record with subtitles, so that's pretty much invalid. Still got like 680 or something. This is good. This is good. Uncrouch. I forgot to crouch and uncrouch again at the same time here. So we get like a 680 thereabout, but it was invalid because subtitles. So we know it's possible to get a lot of speed, but we obviously want to do better if we can. And I'm turning way too early here. Basically, I want to curve myself after the first jump into around the corner, but as tight as possible. 260 speed here is really bad. Like the problem is if you go too slow, the standing AVH will actually, so that's the jump right after the bench, will actually slow you down rather than actually give you any additional speed. Again, that was pretty bad. It's actually surprisingly hard to get through this door quickly because it's opening while you're still trying to get through it. So the opening is actually kind of small. I used to have a kind of like a pixel on the door for it, but I forgot what it was because I haven't actually tried this segment in a while. So I think it's about there. No, that's too slow. So even though it takes a couple seconds to get through this whole segment, basically we want to end the segment right after we actually get through the guard. And then we'll move on to whatever's after that. You're mostly going to see me try to jump through this door because it's really important to maintain your 225 or 224. It's a bit random which one it gives you throughout the through the door. Like if I just you can see it even if I don't try to curve it around. If I just go like this, you already see me lose speed because I hit something before I actually hit the floor. So that's the most difficult, in my opinion, that's the most difficult part about actually getting a good start on this segment. The problem after that is that the the actual guard clipping is really random. I've gone through the guards with like a bit of speed, maybe 4 times. So one of them at pretty good speed, but all the others were like 300 or something bad, so that was pretty much useless. And I'm actually gonna change a visual setting. This is not actually gonna change the end product I'm recording, because the demo only records all the things that actually happen in the map, not how the map looks, because that's just a rendering setting. So I'm gonna turn on matte full bright 1. And what this does, it basically turns all the textures, like all the textures have lighting, like shadow, lamps, whatnot. What this does, it just shows the textures as is, as they are in like basically the map file. So for some reason exiting out of console unpause the games. But so right now everything looks really bright. So that gives me a lot better vision in this start. So I'm gonna I think that was too far to the right. Also, I'm moving the camera really like this. This is just gonna be completely a movement like that is gonna be completely unwatchable on full speed. Like, you have to remember, this looks like sort of fast, like the movement. This is 1/5 speed, 20%. So it's like the difference is massive. If I were, I'm not even gonna attempt to do this any faster. I think some of the other runners are doing this segment at like 0.3 or like 0.4 even. But I like it slow. You can slow it down a bit more, like down to like 1/8. But if you go lower than that, the physics simulation the game is running actually starts messing up. Like, things start like bobbing back and forth. So that includes the guard and yourself when you're moving, because the game cannot accurately enough calculate what your movement is at those tiny speed increases. So even though we have access to time scaling, even that has its limitations. That's okay. I want to hit like 290. This is going to be, and now I'm just looking at the mirror viewport to make the last curve. So I want to hit about 290 is about the maximum, like lower than 270 is garbage. And then up to 290 I can do 2 standing ABHs after the bench. And if you do it really well, you can get, I would say, about 330 out of the first jump, because if you curve it around really well, you can actually, you have 224 speed, but if you curve it really well and smoothly, you can actually get more. Like, you see me at the very end of that curve before I actually jumped. It increased a little bit, so you can actually start the jump with more than 224, and then you immediately get 330 or something high after the jump. So that would be also really good, but then you get like 1 extra jump less. So it's and every jump gives you additional speed. So it's basically, if I get above 270 after the first jump, like now we got a 284, that's good. So now we're gonna get 2 standing ABHs and then anchorage and then try to get through. And so we didn't get clip here, everything else was pretty much correct, but we didn't clip through the guard, we went against him and stopped, which is not what we want. 222, that's like completely useless. I don't have too much things left to explain about this segment, so right now it's just gonna be, that's useless. So I'm just gonna mostly, let me actually, what is that, GH timer or something, timer 0, just to get the timer out of the top left. The particular mod of Half-Life 2 I'm using is called ghosting, and it's mainly used because it allows you to record quasi demos, which you can easily load a trail pad for when you do another run. So like it records your position throughout the entire game. So when you run again, you can see your own PB as a ghost on your map. That's what the original intent was. It also includes an in-game timer, which I just removed it because we're not actually doing a full run of the game. And the reason I'm actually using it over regular Half-Life 2 is because of the speed meter at the bottom, because that's really convenient. Half-Life 2 itself also has a show pause or option which shows your position, angle and velocity in the top right corner, but that's like tiny, like this is way more convenient. And the jumping script I mentioned is built into this mod. You're not actually allowed to use it in regular runs, it's cheat protected, but again, we're pretty much pulling out everything that's allowed within the limitations of the game. Again, it's a script, it doesn't actually do anything we cannot technically achieve in the game. Like we're gonna use pretty much everything we're allowed to do in the game and abuse it to get, I think the goal stated was to create the coolest Half-Life 2 run ever or something like that, because I don't think we're gonna sacrifice speed for like cool tricks or anything. I don't know why I have this little speed, but that was unfortunate because that attempt started out pretty okay. So I think we're actually just aiming for the fastest world record, but we're also trying to make it look really cool. If you're a runner, you know that barrel isn't supposed to be there. It's been used in the previous segment. Again, I can't show anything, but it was a pretty cool trick, so. Not quite good enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this for, not quite, for a while more. Some other source runners, so like basically people that speedrun source games might show up and give it a shot. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Apparently, as promised, to get the segment, because he got this segment in the previous segmented run. I'm not sure if he's even awake, but doesn't matter. It would be fun if he showed up and just got it first try or something. Don't really expect it, but you never know. So yeah, this is basically how it looks to make segments. For episode 2, 300, but I did hit the bench, but now my curve is bad and I lost all my speed. That was really unfortunate. There's also a segmented run for Half-Life 2 episode 2 being made, and Gognek once spent 12 hours. He streamed all of it and he got really tired at the end. This is really weird, I ended up in a terrible place. He took 12 hours trying to get a segment, and he did. And then unfortunately someone else got a better time really quickly. So he was kind of sad. But sometimes it takes like days to grind this out. I think I've spent, I would say already 8 hours of pure doing this on this particular segment already. And this is gonna be another half-ish hour. I'm not sure how long it took me to actually set up everything. Do we have like donations or anything?
Sorry, yes. Nothing.
I guess it's like really early in the morning.
Yeah.
What's on Blue Stream right now?
If only I knew. Hitman.
Oh, Hitman. That's Cody. Shoutouts to Cody. That's a really cool run. Like he's gonna go for silent assassin, but some of the kills are not so silent, but the game still thinks they're silent. It's really fun to watch if you yeah, if you want to watch something else, I guess. What time is it? Oh, I did something wrong there, but
Still like 25 minutes.
sorry?
I still have about 25 minutes.
Okay, well,
Or 20 minutes. Still counts.
cool. Oh, lost a lot of speed at startup, but we still got 300 out of it. 400, that's pretty bad. Nope. We were thinking about trying to throw the can into the in the garbage as the guards instruct you while doing the sack. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. But I curved it wrong at the end. Didn't quite make it. So there I could have immediately gotten onto the trash, the trash thing, bin, I don't know, bad at English. So we thought about trying to throw that in, but just getting the segment turns out to be hard enough in itself already, so we kind of scrapped that. And you wouldn't even see it in the video anyway, because again, we're gonna play it back at a much higher speed anyway. That was bad. We might make this work. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Well, I say almost, but again, it's pretty random if you actually get through the guard. Oh, this is promising. Mashing there in panic doesn't really work. No. Oh, this is good. Nah. Are there any questions from chat, maybe? I don't know. It's probably pretty dead.
Yeah, chat is currently trying to figure out what you're actually trying to do, especially the thing with the segments and the segment drum.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can go over that some more. So, little TAS. Yeah, TAS is pretty good point to start. A TAS is a tool-assisted speed run of a game. So that's basically a computer trying to play. Well, not trying, but you're gonna program a very specific list of inputs to play through the game as fast and optimal as possible. I suggest checking out tasvideos.org for pretty good examples of that. Those are generally classic or 2D games where setting the input frame by frame is like not prohibitive for viewing the end result. But in source games, and I'm sure in other first-person movement-heavy games, that would probably make the camera really hard to view. So we're basically taking one step down from going full frame-by-frame optimizing of the game to time scaling it and using a lot of scripts to get a really good really good run out of the game. So last year there was a Half-Life 2 segment run finished. It's called Dwamov, and I really suggest looking it up on YouTube. It finished the game in 1 hour and 27 minutes. To give that some comparison, the current world record for a non-TAS or RTA, so real-time playthrough, is 1 hour and 36 minutes. 1 hour 36 minutes and like 40 something seconds. That's without loads, by the way, because we're able to time the game without loads. So that's 1 hour 36, and that actually uses a lot of new tricks that were found after that particular segmented run was made. So now we are trying to make a new one which incorporates the new tricks, and also we're just trying to do everything a lot better. Well, not a lot, but we're trying to do them better than they were done previously to get a better playthrough in the end of Half-Life 2. So again, we're basically recording tiny pieces of the game. This particular piece is going to go from this door to just past the guard, and then putting them together. It's a bit unusual, and some people consider it like not speedrunning, and I would agree, actually, but not because this isn't a speedrun. Like, it's not a speedrun in the sense that we're trying to complete a game just in one sitting in, like, let's say under 2 hours, for example, or just as fast as we can play through Half-Life 2 ourselves. But we're trying to create an optimal playthrough of the game. And to that end, we're basically trying to get every piece done optimally. And unfortunately, this particular piece is really hard because getting through the guard requires both a lot of speed, which I'm not getting half the time here, and I need to make sure I'm actually hitting the right buttons. There we go. And luck, because it's actually like really random if you get through the guard. So I'm just gonna try to do that some more and see if I succeed, and it would be really hype if we did.
So we actually have a donation, and it's $10, and we actually got that twice from Legato. Thank you for that.
Okay, so I got a decent amount of speed here. Oh, that would have been really nice, but again, we just didn't get through the guard. Yeah, that's way too little speed to actually do it. No. That actually could have worked. I didn't realize I actually hit 270 in time there. Nope. Almost. That was actually pretty close. So how long do I have left?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. Well. Nah, that's not even close. Nope. Would be nice if I actually got one clip, even if I didn't maintain a lot of speed, but oh well.
So Chad is asking if the clipping through the guard is only speed based or also something else.
It's speed based in the sense that we can't have the guard be moved forward too far. Like if he's standing all the way over here, it's gonna be pointless, because like he's pretty much standing in front. We also need, so he's standing like a meter back here. So we need to jump off of this. So we're basically gonna jump through this window. So we can't just hit him full on. That just doesn't work. And we've already confirmed that even though the guard starts, I'd say all the way back there, and the trigger for it, for the guard is there. I'm not sure why that didn't actually disappear, but I guess that's nice. So the moment you hit that, the guard starts walking forward. And even if we got like the optimal speed, because just hopping over the ground actually gives you a lot more speed than, or gives you a bit more speed than just trying to do the bench thing, but we need a particular curve in it, because if we just go like this, we end up pretty much like this. And we can't actually beat the guard to a position where we can just get past him. But yeah, the actual clip is partially based on speed, because we need his position to be not too far forward. It's based on positioning, because we actually need to do an ABH jump off of this particular edge. And it's probably not luck based actually, because it's still just a physics engine and there's no actual RNG. That should turn off the triggers, right? Yes. There's no actual RNG in the way the guard moves forward and the way I'm moving, obviously. But it feels really random if you actually get a clip or not. And that's probably because the actual window for, that was good speed, but I lost too much actually curving it back to the bench, which is too bad. Like there is a particular way to hit the guard and get through it, but the window is like really tiny to do it correctly, which makes what S did for the previous segment it ran really impressive, but because he didn't start here, he apparently started down the stairs, and he couldn't just stop after he got past the guard, but he also continued it, maintained his speed all the way through a portion of the level afterwards. So that was, and of course, the biggest difference is that he didn't do it at 1/5 speed, but at full speed, which I can't even do with scripts, like even remotely close the correct jump pattern. So that's really impressive of what he did. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it. I'll try like 5 more times and then have some closing words, I guess. This is pretty good. Oh. Nope. Unfortunately not. And well, here we go. Final attempt. Miracles can happen. That's probably not gonna happen. Nope. I got stuck by the bench. So yeah, that's sort of how we make a segmented run for Half-Life 2 or other Source games. I really recommend looking at Dwamov, the old segmented run on YouTube, so you can kind of get an idea of like the really crazy stuff we can do. Some of the things look really broken. There is an explanation video on the same channel, so if you want an actual explanation of every trick that I think there is, at least, I'm pretty sure. I hope there is. Yeah, if you want the things explained. You can also go to sourceruns.org if you want more like information about games based, speed gaming based, speed gaming of games based on the Source engines. That includes Half-Life 1, 2, the episode games, Portal. Well, Team Fortress is also based on it, but that's not really a speed game. And I'm missing a really important one, and Portal 2, but I'm missing another one, and I'll probably punch myself in the face for it after remembering 5 minutes from now. But yeah, check out Dwamov, and if you want, check out sourceruns.org, and yeah, that's Half-Life 2 segmenting. So yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you very much, paprikakiller, for this very well explained excursion into Half-Life 2 segmented running. Next upcoming, we have Crash Team Racing Any Percent being run by Joshimus and Flippio. And for that particular game, we currently still have a bidding war ongoing
Don't do anything.
concerning the
It does not want the copyright.
concerning the save file name that's going to be used. And currently the only save file name with a donation is Batman, leading with a total of $44 so far. And in the meantime, we had another donation, $10 from Gedrith. Thank you very much.
Guys, we might have a stream restart upcoming. Stay tuned.